Once upon a time, in the heart of a vast and ancient kingdom nestled beneath the sunlit skies of Africa, there ruled a king unlike any other. King Oba-Olu, they called him, a man of immense wealth, unmatched power, and a backside so large it stirred gossip like wildfire. His throne was golden, his walls made of marble and sapphire, but behind closed hands and whispered laughter the women of the land giggled. "He's a woman in a man's body!" They mocked his walk, his shape, his very presence. Though he ruled with might and mind, none would dare become his queen. The king, burdened not by riches but by shame, found no joy in his treasures. Every feast he hosted ended with eyes on his behind. Every proposal was met with an excuse. It was not his crown they saw, it was his shape. One day, while riding through the edge of his kingdom, he saw an old woman struggling to carry a bondi of heavy firewood. Moved by a strange stirring in his heart, he dismounted and helped her. The woman, her back bent like a bow, looked up at him and smiled with knowing eyes. "You carry a burden too, great king," she said. The old woman spoke in riddles, her voice like rustling leaves. "If you wish to change your fate, you must journey beyond this land. Cross 7 rivers, climb 7 mountains. At each river bathe your body. At each mountain lay a sacrifice of yam and egg. Only then will you shed what does not serve you." Her words rang like prophecy. The king, desperate for change, gave her gold and returned to the palace with a new fire in his eyes. He prepared for the sacred journey, leaving behind his palace, his guards, his pride. Alone he walked barefoot across scorched earth, carrying baskets of yam and eggs wrapped in sacred cloth. The rivers roared like ancient spirits, cold and powerful. At each he stripped his robes, bathed in silence, and offered his sacrifice. The mountains loomed high, their peaks hidden in mist. He climbed with blistered hands and bleeding feet, placing yam and egg on stone altars, whispering prayers to the wind. Storms came. Wild beasts snarled in the night. At one river he was nearly swept away by the current. At one mountain he collapsed from exhaustion, but he did not stop. The mocking voices of the women haunted him, driving him forward. At the 7th river he washed for the last time. At the 7th mountain he laid his final sacrifice. Thunder cracked above him, and he wept, not from pain but from the weight of what he had let go. He returned to the old woman, thinner, sun-darkened and silent. She sat by her fire as if she had never moved. "You have done well," she whispered, "as no one mocks the shape of the river, nor hates the mountains but climbs them for their beauty, so shall your reign be. They will no longer see your form but the strength that shaped it." She dipped her fingers into a pouch of white powder, sprinkled it gently over his face and murmured, "Sleep now, king." When King Oba-Olu awoke, he touched his body and gasped. His large behind was gone. He ran, laughed, danced like a boy. He returned to his palace with pride in his step and fire in his eyes, and soon after he met his Queen Gentle, wise and unafraid. They married in a celebration that lit the skies. Songs were sung of his journey, of rivers and mountains, of egg and yam. Years passed, and the king's body changed once more. This time his belly grew round, full and proud, but unlike before, this change was not mocked, it was praised. "Behold the lion of our land," the people shouted, "the true man, the only man, the desire of all women." Dressed in royal robes that shimmered like the dawn, his stomach became a symbol of greatness, of wisdom, of wealth and abundance. Women flocked to him, craving what they once mocked, but the king, noble and wise, turned away those who had laughed at his pain. "Let them remember," he said with a smile, "that a man is not shaped by his body but by the path he walks, the rivers he crosses, and the mountains he climbs." And so King Oba-Olu ruled, not with sword nor fear, but with love, laughter, and legacy. His people honoured him, his enemies bowed, and when he walked, the earth itself seemed to echo with pride. The forest remembered his laughter, the mountains carried his story, and the rivers whispered his name. Followed for more amazing stories. Like and comment.